Hi, this is Nick Williams, and I'm talking with Sue Hills. How are you doing, Sue?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Really well, thank you.
Great. So we've decided to run this little masterclass on the 13th of November together. And for people that don't know you, and for many people that may not even know me, I thought it'd be great to have a little conversation we could share with them about, well, why are we doing this, and why are you so passionate about this, and what are they going to get from it? So first question, why are you so passionate about this idea of helping people kind of understand what you call their intellectual property and be able to get it out in a bigger way in the world? Why are you so passionate about that?
Well, I actually run a franchise consultancy called Franchise Revolution. And I realised when I was thinking about it that a lot of people, one, they probably didn't know what franchising was, but more importantly, they had no idea about where they could go with it, what they needed to actually do franchising. So that started me to think that actually there was a step before franchising, which was probably more important than anything. And that was this whole idea around your intellectual property. My passion is helping coaches, experts in their areas, thought leaders, holistic healers, people that have something really, really special to offer to the world. But a lot of the time they're either struggling because they're working 24/7, or they're not quite sure, they haven't got enough clients, and yet they're really, really good at what they do. So this is where this idea came from, to actually help them to firstly understand what it is that they're doing. What is it that is so unique and so good about them?
Okay, great. Because one of the conversations we've had, and I think is so fascinating, is like, well, what's the difference between an idea, intellectual property, and then creating a brand? Because when we look at the brands and the successful people in the world, I often go, well, what is it that makes them special, that makes them so successful? So really, that's what you're going to help people answer in this seminar, isn't it? It's like that digging into what is their intellectual property, what is unique about what they do, because my experience, and I think yours, is that often people are sitting on this gold mine and are unaware of it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so true. The difference really is having just a list of ideas, and you go and you coach or you teach or you're healing, and you're just doing it without actually thinking about what you're doing. You're in the moment and it's brilliant. And the client's getting a really, really positive result from it, and they come back. But and then you go and you see another one and you do the same thing. But if somebody actually says, well, what is it that you're doing? You don't really know. And I often use the analogy of a cake. I use Jamie Oliver as a good example. He throws a bit of that, and a bit of that, and a bit of that, and you've got this perfect recipe, this perfect cake. But if somebody said, wow, I want to copy you, I want to do it, how do I do it? He probably wouldn't know. So he has to go back and think, right, it's not a handful of that, it's 100 grams of that, it's 50 grams of that, the temperature is this.
Right.
So it's a whole structure.
So in a way, it's the idea that's come to me is that we're often very unconsciously competent in what we're doing. So what
Absolutely.
you're going to give people the opportunity to do in this little masterclass, or we're going to do, is help them kind of step back and become more conscious of what it is that makes them successful at what they do, and then look at how they can begin to replicate that and take it out into the world in new ways that feel really good for them to do. Is that right?
That's absolutely it, exactly, because we'll look at what they do from the very, very beginning. And you mentioned brand, and brand is important. And a lot of coaches use their name for a brand, and that's absolutely fine. But, it's like anything. If you go to a Starbucks, the first thing that you do is Starbucks. So the brand's already there. And then obviously their IP is the whole process that you go through when you go into a Starbucks to order a coffee. So this is really similar. It's about, first of all, looking at your brand. You might have, it could be, called something. It's not necessarily your name, but it's really about getting your brand out there.
Right.
But you can't do that. Sorry, yes, go on.
Yeah. No, because we've only got about 30 seconds left. But
Okay.
so what we want people to get from this by coming along is more kind of conscious awareness of what it is they do that makes them successful, so that they can then figure out how they can kind of repackage and replicate that and get it out into the world in bigger ways than they're doing at the moment. And especially people that are doing something to shift consciousness and make the world a better place, isn't it?
Absolutely. Very simply, it's turning something abstract and intangible into something tangible that then can be copied and replicated.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. So hopefully that's given people a taste of what we're going to do. So it's a 3-hour masterclass on the 13th of November. It's only £10 for anybody that wants to come. Place is limited to, I think, 16, maybe 18. I'm not sure. So thank you very much, Sue, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks for watching this.
Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.